Hi YouTube, and welcome to another video. Thank you for joining me today. We will get to the word of the Lord, and then I will show you the project that I came to show you today. The word of the Lord is coming from Romans 1:17. For in it the righteousness of God is revealed, from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. And that is Romans 1:17. Thank you for joining me for the word of the Lord. The word of the Lord today was taken from our Little God's Promises book from the New King James Version. And today I came to show you some of the earrings that I have completed and put together. First, I'll show you these. I haven't put the little hooks on them yet, but I'll be putting some hooks on these. So these are some of my little Nubian girl earrings, and I have them in 2 sizes. And I'm going to put a couple of hooks on these. So I have a small size and a medium size. I have a size that's even larger than this one, but I didn't cut any of those out, so I only have these 2 sizes right now. And I have about maybe 4 of each pair, or 3 of the big ones, and I think 3 or 4 of the big ones and 3 or 4 of the small ones. But I put together a lot of the earrings that you saw the boards from that got cut out. So I'll show you what some of them looks like. So we have these that I painted the acrylic and then I cut them out. And then we have these. I made earrings, and then I also cut out some studs because these are studs on the back, and I just put 2 of them on a card so I can just get rid of them. And this will be sold as one individual pair of earrings. And then I had a bunch of beads that I was trying to incorporate into some of my earrings. So this was from my bead box. This was from some of that Hobby Lobby board that I got. So I cut those out. This is another pair from that same Hobby Lobby board, and I added a bead to the top of it. And then I think here is another pair that is totally different from those ones. So this one has a little circle at the top. So these 2 are almost the same, but this one has a circle and this one doesn't. And then we have this one where I added a bead to it. So all of these came from the same piece of acrylic. So I'll try to make it a little bit different. And these came from some of the older, when I went to put these together and I went to go find all of my findings, I found a bunch of earrings from my previous batch of earrings that I made. And so I put a little charm on the top of this one. So here's the little earring without the charm. Let's see if I can remove the charm. Here's the earring without the charm. And then here's the little charm on top of them. What's the charm on this one? The charm is a little elephant. Charm is a little elephant. And then here's another pair of those other shapes. I think these one might be a little bit longer, or they might be the same size, but a different acrylic painting. And then I think these ones are the same painting, but different shapes. Get that just square over there. Yeah, so these are the same, cut from the same piece of acrylic, but I cut different shapes. And then here's a different one, same round shape, but a different coloring of a different piece of acrylic. And then this acrylic that I had that I stamped on, and then painted the back. So the bottom of it didn't have the little polka dotty, but this is the same pair of earrings. Yeah, let's see, same pair of earrings. So yep. And then we have another pair of those purple ones, but these ones I added a bead to. I added a bead to these ones. And then here's another set with double earrings on the card. Here's another set with double earrings on the card. And then here are just some of the confetti, clear confetti ones, a small pair. Here's an even bigger pair of the confetti. So here's a small pair and a big pair. See if I can find a different pair in here. Then here's a different type of pair. These ones have a little loop. And then I think I have some that's even bigger than those. This is the same one as one of the circle ones. And then I have another one too in here somewhere that's even bigger than those. I think it's these ones. Yeah, here they are. So then I have these ones with the cutout in the middle. And then I have these ones that were cut from the fabric. This is a different fabric. These were just some Eiffel Towers that I found in some of the beading. This is cut from the fabric as well, and I added a bead to these ones. Here's another one that is cut from fabric. And here's another one that I added a bow to. They were just kind of plain in black, so I added a charm bow to them. Here are some other ones that I added beads to for my stash. And here's some more that I added beads to. And then here's another pair of cut acrylic that I added a little bead to at the top. Let's see, yep. I added a little bead. The bead just went right with it. Here's another pair that I cut from the Glowforge a long time ago, and then I added a bead to it. It's black on that side, but the brown on the other side. And then here's some that I added some chain to. And then these are just some of the ones that I just cut and just added jump rings and findings. And then here I added a little circles at the top. I love these. I love this acrylic right here. And then I found some bubblegum beads, and I just added some seed beads to these ones. And then I had these ones as well, so I added black and white to those ones. And then I also had where I added some more on that one. And then I also had where I added, I think these ones as well, but this is a different color seed beads. I think this one is clear and this one is like a golden color. And then I added 3 beads onto this one with black seed beads in the middle. Black seed beads are just at the bottom of this one. So I put all these earrings together yesterday and today. And then here's some more of those polka dotted ones cut out. And then these are some of the older ones that I had before as well that I put some beads on. Added some beads from my stash onto these. And I found these too. These were already put together, so I just added a little backings to it. I'm thinking about maybe putting something there. I'm not sure yet. I didn't feel like it, so I didn't. And then these were cut from before, so I just stuck them on a card. These were cut from before, and I added some beads to it. I added some beads to these and to this shape. And then these, I added beads to this one too. This was some of the fabric that got cut out, and I added some a big bead onto that one. And then even the ones I got on were some beads that I found in a box that I said I was going to make some earrings out of a long time ago when I first bought the box, but I never did. So I did today. And these ones I just added a little bow onto. Add a little bow onto them and a little bit of chain. And then here are the ones that I, like the ones I have on. And these are some more that I added some beads to. And then here are some of the long ones, the confetti looking ones. And these I just added some chain to. And here's another pair of Eiffel Towers. And then this one has the teardrop and the little circles at the top. And then here's a pair of the really big circle glitter silver. Here's some more of those bubblegum beads that I added some seed beads to. And then we have this color that was cut from acrylic. And then we have this color that was cut from acrylic. And then we have this one that I added a bead to. I like these, those are pretty. And then I have another pair of these that I added some clear seed beads to. And then this one is a the bubblegum beads, white, the clear ones, and the white looking ones and the black ones. And then here's another one with the black and the white in the middle, and these have the white and the black in the middle. So these are opposites. And then I found these in my stash. I got tired of putting earrings together, so I was like, I'm going to move on to something else. So I'll go back and put earrings together another day because I still got a ton of earrings to put together. But I saw these beads in the box, so I went ahead and made some earrings out of these. Because I have to be ready to do it, unless I'll just put the charm jump rings on them and they'll be plain. But I'll be wanting to spruce them up. So when I'm getting tired, I can tell I just start putting jump rings, so I'll stop and come back another day. And then I put some beads onto these. Here's another card that has 3 different pairs, so this will get sold as one set of earrings, one earring set. And then I have this one that is a just acrylic cut, different shape. And these ones are a little bit shorter than those ones. No, these are the same size. No, these ones are shorter. These ones are longer. These ones are shorter. Then I put some beads onto these little blue earrings. And then I just put some jump rings onto these. I put some beads onto these. And then I put a little bead onto the top of these. I put some beads on these. See, this is what I like to do. I like to add a little something to them. So I put some beads on the bottom of those. And these ones were kind of plain too. So what I did was I had some smiley faces. So I put some smiley faces onto the acrylic. So this really could have been 2 pair of earrings, but the black one was just a little too plain for me. So I spruced them up with a little bit of color. And these are some ones that I cut out of the fabric, one of the little fabric boards I showed you. And then these were cut out of a different little fabric board. These were cut out of a fabric board. These were something that came out of one of the little boxes, so I just put some hooks on them. And then this one I just put some hooks on too. And then this one I added 2 beads to. These ones I just added jump rings. And these ones I added some beads. I really like them. Those are cute. I like them. And then this one I added a little flower bead to. And then, oh, this one I added a rose bead too. So this was like a piece of acrylic from before, a long time ago. That was the center of something. And then I was like, oh, it's kind of plain. So I added a little rose charm to it. And then this is like a medium-sized one of the silvers. And last but not least, I added some beads to this one. So that's all I have for you today. I have not crocheted. I've been too busy putting earrings together. Tomorrow I'm going to visit a family member, so I'm probably crocheting the card tomorrow, because right now I'm going in my sewing room and trying to get fabric put away so I can start sewing again. I'm ready to sew. I'm ready to sew. I'm ready to crochet. I'm ready to do a lot of things, but only 24 hours in a day. And putting earrings together is very, very tedious, but I still have so many to put together. Here is just, here is a box of some of them that's already cut to be put together. But that's for another day. That's for a future Maryland project. I still have a lot of the ones that I cut the other day to be put together. I just kind of got tired of putting them together. And this is enough because I did sell a wholesale, order. Somebody bought 75 pairs of earrings for $100, so I was grateful for that. I did have that order, and so that kind of like replenished some of my earrings. So I have gotten rid of a couple of pairs of earrings in that manner. So I'm down like 200 and something earrings, so I had to replenish, because when I have a sale I need earrings as well. So all of these are new inventory. Most of these have not been in my inventory before. I think I'm going to count them before I put them back in there. Maybe I'll put them on the little skewers that I put on my board as well. So yeah, that's all I have for you today. Stay tuned, because I still have lots of earrings to put together. I don't know when I'll get around to it, because I want to get to some sewing. Thinking about adding some other projects into my sewing, different types of bags. And so stay tuned for that. Thank you for joining me. God bless you. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. You have an awesome and an amazing day. Be blessed, my friends. Bye.